You're watching Fox 49 News.
We're following trees and power lines down, large hail and damage to buildings resulting from severe weather tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Landis.
And I'm Lauren Barnes. We kick things off with Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warner still keeping tabs on the radar tonight. Jamie.
Yeah, and the good news is this is not going to be an overnight event. This is not going to be a situation where we have to be concerned about tornadoes overnight or even the kinds of storms that we've had this afternoon throughout the overnight hours. We're in the wind down phase currently across the area. Yes, there are still some scattered showers and thunderstorms. None of these, though, are severe. Locally in our area, we've seen a big light show unfold in Springfield. If you're looking off to the south, you're looking at this cluster of storms right here, south of Highway 14, down toward the Forsyth area. And this has been producing a lot of lightning. There's some heavy rainfall with that, and that's going to continue to push off to the southeast. We still have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for north central, northeast Arkansas. That's through midnight tonight. Can't rule out one of these going severe again, but I think chances for that are becoming more and more slim. 72 currently, so the rain that we've had in the area has knocked temperatures down to a very comfortable level. Looking at our Tuesday forecast, it's a tricky one, but I think we may see a round of scattered showers and thunderstorms during the morning that try to push out during the afternoon. But the rain, the cloud cover will have an impact on just how warm we can get in Springfield. At this stage of the game, it looks like maybe low to mid 90s for highs on Tuesday here locally, but it's going to be real hot to the west and more mild to the east. I'll have more on that coming up, guys.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Along those lines, that severe storm line after storm across the Ozarks, causing high winds and a lot of damage. Some places, in fact, seeing blown off roofs and barns destroyed.
Fox 49's Shania Tomlin shows us a home in Halfway, which is due north of Springfield, that suffered some damages this afternoon.
And we're technical difficulties. We'll get back to Shania in just a minute about that storm damage. In some other news tonight, a shooting on the north side of Springfield on Rogers Avenue has neighbors there shaken up.
One person was injured in that shooting, but those who live in the area tell us it's not uncommon for police presence in that area. Fox 49's Carissa Codell in studio with us tonight. Carissa, what did you hear from neighbors today?
Yeah, a neighbor I spoke to tells me she felt safe until a few years ago when a woman broke into her home through the back door while she was out front mowing her lawn.
Ever since that happened, I don't feel safe. And now with the shootings, just a block or 3 blocks away from me is really unnerving.
That woman has lived in the Robertson neighborhood for over 30 years. The scene of this morning's shooting has been involved in previous calls to police. 2 nights ago, police were called to the house on North Rogers for shots fired, and 1 person was injured. Then they were called a few more times.
And officers did get called back to that same location July 16th in the early morning hours, a little after 1 a.m. To a report of shots fired again, but no evidence of shots fired had been located at that time. Today, a little after midnight, officers responded to that same address again to the report of shots fired. There was another victim with non-life-threatening injuries.
Walk away, you know, don't go back for revenge. Leave that to God.
And police tell me they do believe the suspect and victim knew each other. No arrests have been made so far in the most recent shooting. Lauren?
All right, Carissa, thank you for that update tonight. Meantime, the state's Agriculture Department is asking Missourians to conserve water as drought conditions continue to worsen. Emily Manley explains why you will be paying more at the grocery store if those conditions don't soon improve.
Nearly all of Missouri is currently in a drought. Over the weekend, some parts of the state saw severe thunderstorms. The director of the Department of Agriculture says while the rain is needed, it's the high winds and the hail that are making it worse for farmers.
This is a very critical time in the growing season for our corn and soybean producers. If they don't receive rain this week, they're probably not going to have a crop to harvest.
After a drought affected much of the state last year, Missouri saw the driest April and May since 1988.
And so we were really hopeful that we were going to get some snowfall this year that was going to replenish our water supplies, but it became very obvious this spring we did not see our spring rains that we normally have.
The U.S. Drought Monitor showing a quarter of the state is in an extreme drought, and parts of central Missouri is in an exceptional drought. Recently, some areas have seen flash flooding, high winds, and hail. But Director Chris Chin says those conditions are not what farmers want.
It doesn't take a whole lot of wind right now to knock that corn crop over. When that crop falls over, it pretty much is the end of that plant's life cycle.
Chin saying this drought is causing farmers to make tough decisions, like sending their cattle to market early because of the lack of feed.
We had one sale barn last week that sold cattle for 27 hours straight. So record numbers of animals are being sold at our livestock auctions at this time, and they're leaving the state of Missouri.
With little to no grass left in some areas for livestock, some farmers are forced to pay more than double the price for a bale of hay. And soon your pocketbook will be impacted too.
So right now you're going to see more beef on the market, which should help on prices short term, but long term, it's going to make our beef prices probably be increased for a long period of time, because to rebuild those herds back, it's a 2 to 3 year process.
Chin says it will take months and lots of rain and snowfall to rebuild the water system and to nourish the soil.
But anything you can do to limit the amount of water that you're using if you live in an urban area is going to help us make it through this drought.
Now, the state is offering water and hay resources at state parks for ranchers. If drought conditions don't improve, Chin says farmers will start harvesting crops next month instead of waiting until the end of September, early October. Reporting from Missouri Capitol Bureau, I'm Emily Manley.
And still ahead tonight, a very rude awakening for some residents in a Pennsylvania town after this train derailed and piled right up. We'll have the details after this break.
You're watching Fox 49 News at 9 with Mike Landis, Lauren Barnes, weather with Chief Meteorologist Jamie Warrener, and sports with Dan Lucy.